All right, guys, out of the group, I speak the third best Italian, so I'm gonna shoot this here M2 today. Let's do it. Gorlami. Woo, son. Nothing like some slugs going down range to start your day out right. Man, that was some that was some dang destruction. I smell soda in the air combined with watermelon. Whew, I'm gonna have to come down off that high for just a moment, guys. Welcome back. This is Eric here with Iraq Veteran 8888. We got us a nice M2 here. This is the Benelli M2. This is a law enforcement model. On this particular shotgun, Chad added his triple G pick rail on top. These are drilled and tapped for a pick rail. We tried running optic on it, and Chad wasn't a huge fan of it, so we decided to just drop the optic, use the ghost ring sights, which I feel a little bit more natural to point. And then Chad bought a law enforcement extension tube for it, so it holds full capacity. This gun should hold 8 plus 1 ghost loaded. Okay, those were some slugs there in the intro. The first couple of slugs, we got one, it hit a little high, but that was our duplex broadhead, 1 1/8 ounce expanding monolith. Okay, and then we had some Federal true balls, and those were 1 ounce true balls running at 1,600 feet per second. Yeah, buddy. All right, so we're gonna load this thing up. Okay, we've got some 9 pellet double aught. This is the Federal flight control wad running at 1325. The M2 is a really interesting shotgun. You guys are probably familiar with the Benelli M1 Super 90. The M2 is sort of a continuation of that legacy. Inertia-driven system, very reliable, very forgiving on a wide variety of different loads. Very relative soft shooting for an autoloader. Really not a bad setup. The balance of these shotguns are great. And the intended purpose of these shotguns is to be a home defense tool, as well as a potential truck gun, law enforcement, personal protection. That's sort of what this gun falls into in terms of the category. The M2 is also an extremely popular shotgun in the 3-gun circuit. Okay, lots of guys like Turan over at Turan Tactical and all of these dudes, you know, they do a lot of conversion work and a lot of customization on the M2. And these things can really be tricked out to the gills for a wide variety of different purposes. They've got the M2 Field, they've got the M2 Tactical, the M2 law enforcement model, and they have tons of different stock options for these things. Obviously, this one just has a pistol grip. All right, so that's 7. All right, so we got 7 in the tube. So that means that we should be able to put 1 in the chamber, cheat this back, okay, drop it down into the lifter. So that's 7. 7 right there. 8 in the chamber, safety's on, and then we should be able to top her off. Oh, well, no, can't top it off. Did I do that right? Yeah, so we ghost loaded up to 8. 7 plus 1 makes 8 with the ghost load. That's 8 shots, okay? All right, let's give it a shot here. All right, this is our flight control buckshot. I'm gonna try the plates. Actually, I'm gonna knock down the poppers first, and then we'll move over and have a little fun here. Man. Woo! Yeah, man. Now I put 3 shots on that plate before it fell over on that far right D28 there. And it knocked it right over. And this thing groups great. The M2 does utilize interchangeable chokes, okay? I'll have to search here in a minute and figure out which choke is in this gun, but I would imagine it's probably modified choke would be my guess. Okay. Really cool. It loads just like any other type of shotgun you would probably expect to run into. Tube fed with the extension, pistol grip stock, And the gas system on these things is really neat. I've always been a big fan of Benelli shotguns in general. And I like the M4 a lot. It's really cool. All right, let me put my ears back on. This joker's loud. And this is a new production M2. Guys, remember, the M2 has been in production quite a while. It's been a shotgun that has stayed in their catalog for a pretty good while. We will have another video, if it's not out already, on the M3, which is a convertible shotgun that Benelli sells that can convert from a pump to a semi, back and forth, which gives you a lot of flexibility. Say you have a, I don't know, beanbag round for the first couple of shots, followed up by buckshot. You can make a cognitive choice to just switch between ammo types and switch between action types. The M3 is really kind of like a sort of a beefed up and actual, for real, functional version of the SPAS 12. I mean, the SPAS is a cool shotgun, but the M3 is the king of the hill when it comes to a convertible. All right, well, I've laid waste to just about everything out here, but we'll keep going. Man, it hits. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. All right, so we are chambered up here for 3 and 2 3/4 inch shells, no problem there. Nice lightweight. Nice overall feel to this shotgun. It points naturally. The ghost ring sights are very nice and quick to pick up, easy to adjust. Good recoil pad. All the shotgun is obviously missing is sling. Chad hasn't got a sling on it just yet. Very cool stuff. Very cool. I like the pistol grip. I like the ability on a tactical style shotgun. Some people aren't big on pistol grips, but I like the ability to kind of put a little bit of force in that if I want. You know what I mean? To be able to push the gun out a little bit. It's kind of nice. And I also feel like, it gives me a little more control over the gun. And let's just say, I'm not some trainer, guys. Don't take this the wrong way, but just from my perspective, I'm just a layman here. But it just seems to me if I'm in an urban environment and I go around a corner and there's a dude right there and he tries to take this thing from me, it just seems to me like I've got better control over the gun when I've got a pistol grip. I've got a little bit more to hang on to, and it gives me the ability to rotate and swing the gun a little bit easier if I need to, and I don't necessarily have to shoulder the gun to fire it with the pistol grip. I can almost kind of brace that against my arm if I need to turn and not expose my whole body. I mean, what do I know? But it just seems to me like a nice feature in a shotgun. All right, I'm gonna lob a couple of more rounds, guys. I think you can see this Benelli is one sweet piece of hardware here. We're gonna run some more of this buckshot ammunition. Have a little bit of fun here. These things work. They flat out work, guys. Great shotguns. I mean, you cannot go wrong with the Benelli. We've got a video on the Benelli Vinci. If you guys want to check it out, that's their newest shotgun, is the Vinci. And I almost bought a Vinci Field, but I decided on the Winchester SPX. I bought 2 Winchester SPXs, for Jacob and the shotgun team at school. Yes, his school had a shotgun team. I bought 2 of those instead of the Vincis because I felt that the system was a little bit closer to Benelli M4, and I really like the fast cycling and the reliable system of the M4. The Vinci system is kind of, it's a different sort of take on the gas system, but we do have a video on the Vinci Tactical. We've got a video on the M4 Benelli. We have a video on the M3, the M2, and we're gonna have a law enforcement M3 that's in a very drastic different configuration that we're gonna show off in a future video. And I believe, I could be wrong, I think Chad has an M1 Super 92, and I don't know if we already did a video on that one or not, but don't hold me to that, I'll find out later. If he doesn't, we're gonna have to change that. Okay, semi-auto shotguns are fun, guys. I hope you can see that. All right, I tell you what, I'm gonna go for some speed, and I'm gonna apply some extreme lead prejudice to that fellow there on the right, okay? I don't like the way he's looking at me, and I think I'm about to dump a copious amount of lead into him in a very fast time frame. Now, I'm not as good as Tom Knapp. If you guys, recall Benelli shooters, Tom Knapp was a legend. shot M1 Super 90s for many years, ended up switching to the M2 field, and he done some remarkable feats of marksmanship with an M2 field. Look up Tom Knapp's old videos. I got to meet Tom Knapp at SHOT Show one year. It was right before he passed away, and I didn't get to shake his hand, but I did pass him in the hallway, and I said, "Hello, Mr. Knapp, how are you?" And I got to talk to him briefly. He was busy. I was going somewhere, he was going somewhere, but I got to have a brief conversation with him, and he was just such a gentleman. And I know he was a Benelli shooter, and you know, you can't help but think about Mr. Knapp every time you squeeze the trigger on Benelli. That man was something else. Okay. All right, gotta learn from him, guys, you know. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try to dump some lead here. Here we go, putting them downrange. Keeping them on target, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. We laid some waste to our range here. We're gonna have to clean up. Might even have to rebuild the backstop there, but anyway, definitely want to take a moment to thank all of our Patreon supporters. You guys rock. Thank you so much for seeing value in what we do here on the channel and supporting us. Those of you who purchase man cans over on the website or t-shirts and merch, all those funds go right back into supporting the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed today's video. We're gonna clean Chad's M2 here, get back to living life. Many more videos on the way. Guys, we do everything. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you click that notification bell so you're getting all of our videos. Everything from gun gripes, you know, reloading, gunsmithing, range videos, meltdowns, top 5, busting myths, redneck science, you name it. We try to be a completely multifaceted channel in terms of how we handle things. We also do hunting stuff. You know, we're getting on hunting season. If you love hunting content, make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell so you get all of our videos. Thank you so very much. We'll see you guys next time. Gorlami!